I'm Hope Parker, and I am a creator, a hairstylist, creative director in the making. Yeah.
Kind of fed into the next question I was going to ask you is what do you do? But you asked that already. You answered that. So, in the time that you weren't creating, hairstyling, what is your current favorite pastime?
Mm, My current favorite pastime besides that is going to the park and just chilling under a tree, looking at the lake, the ducks, just being in silence around nature. It gets me lit.
Can you tell me what fulfills you?
Fulfillment. What fulfills me? I think I think that doing something where I feel like I've made a difference, as well as something that I'm naturally gifted and passionate about, is what fulfills me. And sometimes that looks different. So,
So, you spoke on creating, being a hairstylist, things such as that. Let's go into the origins of it. What is one of your like earliest memories of being creative?
mm, this is the earliest memory. I'll give you two. So the first one is my little sister Joy. She's 2 years younger than me, um, and she had a show and tell day. Well, it was show and tell, but it was a book that you had to bring. And my mom, she had so much going on at the time. She forgot to buy my little sister a book to give to her for her class. And so the night before, she was like, she know I used to like to write stuff a lot, and I used to make my own books and little stories. So she asked me to write a book for her to bring into the class. Obviously, I wasn't a real author, but I remember like writing it and folding all the pages together, coloring, stapling it up, and giving it to her. Yeah, I've always really enjoyed like writing and stuff. Um, Outside of that, I was in third grade and we had I can't remember what it was. If it was like an art project or like what it was that we had to do. Um, but once again, it was like the night before I was supposed to do it, and obviously I hadn't done it yet. So I just got a whole bunch of things that I had around my room and glued it to a piece of paper. And like when I think back on it now, I'm like, it was kind of dope. It really was. Like, okay, it could have been in a museum somewhere. Just a few things that I remember putting on it. It was like a starburst. I had broke off a leg of a Barbie doll. What else was on there? Like a bottle cap. Um, just an example of like the things I had put on there. I can't remember the rest, but yeah, my teachers was like, okay, yeah, but they hung it up. So
That's cool because it's kind of like, without you knowing, that kind of set you up to where you are today.
yeah.
That kind of trajected you to be the creator that you are today.
Hmm.
So let's talk about your creative process for a minute. How do you feel you go about creating? How do you like to create?
Okay. I like to create when I have like 100% freedom. You know, I feel like I'm a stubborn person. You know, so if you tell me I have to do something, I'm probably not gonna want to do it just because you told me I have to do it. Um, so I feel like I notice I have like my purest ideas when it's just me thinking freely. There's no obligation for me to have this idea, you know, or pressure for something to be created. It's just something that comes into my mind and I can act on it. I feel like I look at, um, taking my clients on a day to day basis, that get the styles that you see every day on Instagram or whatever. I consider it to be like a job for me. Um, and not to say like I don't like that job or anything, but I notice that if I'm not actively like working my creative brain on the outside of that, then I start to feel really like, um, what's the word? Start to feel like I'm in a box almost, or like secluded, or I'm not being true to myself, and I will start to like lose myself and feel like extremely burnt out. But it really just comes down to like a balance of doing things that I love to do that give me the full like capability of having free 100% control over my styles or whatever, and then also still taking my clients because I still have to like make a consistent income.
Okay. You just spoke on something I wanted to bring up. Is staying true to yourself and remaining who you are. So, what are some things that you do for hope to make sure that you are staying in that right mindset of being true to you?
um I think journaling, honestly, because for one of the things I feel like journaling because there I'm able to like no judgment. It's just me and my journal, and I can just speak on how I'm feeling, you know, without wondering, oh, what's this person gonna think about what I'm saying. And like I don't really see what else could be being more true to yourself, you know, and doing things for you because it makes me realize a lot as well about myself. Um, but outside of that, like other ideas that I have, that are coming from 100% just my mind, I'll jot those down. I may not act on them right then and there, but just to be able to see them on paper is like, okay, this is a possibility. Um, yeah, and I'll draw them out. Sometimes I'll make little clay figures of what I want it to look like.
So, one thing that I really like to say is, live in the present and plan for the future.
Mm.
So, how do you envision your future pastime? How do you envision you having your own solo time in the future? What does that look like to you?
What does, okay, what does me passing time look like in the future? Um, for me, it looks like, traveling when I want to, spending time with my family. Um, I really just want to be in the creative world. I want to like travel and just do fun shit and create with other people that are also creating dope shit. Um, yeah, and I just want to be like in a, I don't know, like I can picture it exactly in my mind. I'm just laughing and I'm full of joy around a whole bunch of other creative ass people, and we're just putting out ideas back to back to back and acting on them. And I have the freedom to use my time however I want to, because it's not a job. But at the same time, I don't even mind putting in the countless hours to do it just because I enjoy it that much.
So, when it comes to fulfillment, something I hear you speak on a lot is your family. You're a big family person. Speak on the importance of family.
I like need them. I love them. Like I've been in my head a little bit lately because my dad. I have 6 siblings. Um, three on my mom's. One's passed away, and then three on my dad's. And I grew up with my two sisters on my mom's side, for the most part of all my life. Well, yeah, yeah, for all my life. So we're really close. And then my younger sister, she lives in Ohio, and of course that does put some distance between, the relationship just because we don't get to see each other on a day to day, but we do talk. and I have a close relationship with her as well. And I have two younger siblings. Um, they're 4 and 1 years old, and my dad and my stepmom, they're thinking they might move out of state, which of course, I want them to. They can be with my other younger sister, but the thought of not being able to like watch, my little siblings grow up, um, it's it's kind of like, it just kind of messes with me a little bit because I just feel really close with the rest of my siblings, and at that young age, they don't really like. You kind of have to be around them and be talking to them often for them to know who you are, and I just don't want them to like forget me just because I am like 21, so there's some there's a pretty big gap between us, but that's why I just gotta get rich so I can see them whenever I want to. But yeah,
And that's a part of the freaking pastime that you're
yeah,
speaking about. Like being able to have that freedom to just get on a plane and like, hey, we're going to Six Flags this weekend.
yeah,
Let's do it.
exactly.
When you create those memories, the one thing that you speak on a lot is material things. They come and go. Experiences, those live forever. So creating those experiences, I guess, those are the most beautiful moments. This isn't a question. This is just
I know.
talking. You creating those experiences with them.
Yeah,
That's what's going.
you're right.
That's what's going to last forever. They'll never forget you.
Yeah,
You can get them a toy today. They always remember you. Take them to the park. Just having fun. Spending those quality time.
you're right. Being in nature.
Big nature girl. Oh, you are. You could build a house anywhere in nature. What is like your ideal setting?
Um, Somewhere that is slightly humid. I want like a year-round summer type of vibe. So probably somewhere like tropical. Yeah, like Costa Rica, Puerto Rico. That would be lovely. Just in like far away from the city. I just got my own house in the middle of the forest, with a few trees taken down, That way I have like just some flat land surrounding my house, maybe just about an acre. Yeah, my house is just there, chill. Like a,
Alright, you can continue.
but yeah, I like a lot of lush green. I just, I don't know. I like big leaves and plants. Like, I don't know. I just want to be able to see nothing but green. That's it. When I look out the window. Last year, yeah, 2022, that was, I had, did a photo shoot that I just wanted to, revamp my website. Or maybe I was just starting my website. I think I had just started a website and I wanted to have like some professional pictures done. No, no, no. Backtrack. That was a different photo shoot. This photo shoot, I wanted to update the pictures that I had from the previous year. And so what I did was I had like put like a theme together. It was set it off. It set it off, so I did my sister's and some of my friends' hair, and we just did like a creative shoot out of it. It was fun. Like that like got me so lit. Like I had like the best time doing that. And during that time, I was struggling because I wasn't giving myself the time that I needed to like be creative, and I was doing the same thing like every day back to back, putting in so many hours, and I was getting burnt out. Um, but that like definitely gave me like the boost that I needed to keep going in the industry. And I didn't even like realize, I just thought I was just, doing a shoot for my website. But people kept telling me like, wow, like this is some real good creative direction, you know? Like this, who thinks of this? And I was like, I mean, people do this, you know, it's just a kind of a normal thing. But I don't know, I guess it wasn't, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah. And then so I booked that shoot with CJ Banks, you know, one of the best photographers out here. And after that shoot, he reached out to me a few weeks later and wanted me to do some like really intricate creative hairstyles for an exhibit that he was planning. And at this time, I hadn't done no creative like hairstyle. You know, maybe I put a little theme together, but I wasn't out here, you know, braiding squiggles and lines and shit, you know. So um, I was like, yeah, I could do it. And I didn't know if I could, and it was so nerve wracking because I was just like, I remember like the whole time we were planning it, like leading up to it, because I I wasn't gonna be able to, you know, test out the hairstyle until we actually got there that day, because we did the hairstyles and did the shoot the same day, you know. So it was like I was just seeing things in my head and I would write it down on paper, you know, but it wasn't me actually doing it. I don't know if I could actually do it, um, but I couldn't let nobody know that, you know. It's like they was expecting things of me, and it was like, why not, you know? It might be something fun. Maybe I can do it. Let's just see. And I did, and I put in hours on them styles and still wanted to be there for the shoot, you know? And just enjoy myself. Like, I don't know. Like that stuff just really gets me lit. But yeah, doing that, those were like the first like out there styles that I've ever really done. Um and from there I was like, okay, like I could probably do a little bit more of this. Um, but I don't think I did one again until just this past weekend. No? You're right. I did. I did one. I was getting birthed out again. See, it's a cycle. Yeah, I was getting birthed out again, and I think it was last October. I did a style on my cousin. It was just cause, you know, he wasn't really doing no exhibit with it or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Should I explain the style? No? Okay. But but yeah. So we did that. That was fun. That really got me lit as well, naturally. Yeah, and then I did another one this weekend, which was just yes. I loved it so much. I just had the best time. Um, yeah. And that too, that's the other thing, is like I have to also work on like my confidence, because you know, that first time I did that style, I didn't know if I could do it, which made sense because I'd never done anything like that before, right? But this time, I was also freaking out because I'm like, man, okay, you have these good ass ideas, but are they possible though? You know, and like making sure it gets executed properly is it's scary. It's scary because you don't know how it's gonna turn out. But then when it turns out, and you're like, what the fuck? I did that. That's really cool.
So, with passing time being a sort of a time capsule, is there anything like you'd like to tell your future self?
Yes. I know you already, well, you knew this, you know, you knew that where you are right now, Hope, 21-year-old Hope, you were going to get to your point. Um, I'm proud of you for everything that you have done, because I know everything that you plan to do, every goal that you set, that you did it. And I know you're probably emotional watching this right now, because you're like, wow, I actually really manifested my whole life. Um, And if there's anything that you are struggling with, just know that, you know, I'm struggling with things too, and I got past it to be you. So you will get past it to be whatever future self you're going to be. I love you. It's me and you always. I'm still learning how to put you first, but we're going to get there. Um, yeah, that's it.